Welcome back, students, to another chapter in history, that is, chapter number 4, History of Indian Arts. This lesson is taken from Standard 10th textbook. The video is presented by Miss Grecienne Misquitta. The following images used in this video are taken from different internet websites. We are going to look at the following topics in today's video, that is art, Indian traditions of visual arts, art of painting, folk styles of painting, Chitrakati, classical styles of painting, miniature paintings in manuscripts. What is art? Well, one can say it is a natural human instinct or tendency to want to share his or her experience, wisdom, and also emotions. When that instinct results in a beautiful creation, it is acknowledged as art. The artist's power of imagination, sensibility, the state of emotion, and his or her skills are very important factors at the root of artistic. Well, students, we are going to look at the different types of arts. Artistic creations are basically of two types. The first is known as visual arts, and the second is performing arts. The Sanskrit term for the first type is Drikkala, and for the second type is Lalit or Angik Kala. Many examples of prehistoric rock art have been discovered at many sites in the world. It proves that the origin of visual arts is as old as the Stone Age man. There are two distinct traditions of art described as folk art and classical art. Folk art is a tradition that has continued from the prehistoric times. The expression of folk art is a natural part of people's way of living. Hence, its expression is spontaneous, or as one can say, it's immediate. Folk art is created by collective participation of the members of a social group. Classical art, on the other hand, is expressed within an established frame of specific rules. It needs a prolonged training to master any form of classical art. The last one is style in art. Artists tend to have their own method of working. It is known as the style of the artist. When a style is adopted by many artists over a prolonged period of time, it may become a tradition. Such tradition gets established as an art style. Various art styles develop in every culture, which are characteristics of a certain period and region. Such styles are helpful in studying art history. Like every other place, even in Maharashtra, we had a particular style of painting. The Maratha style of painting. The Maratha paintings is an example of art style. The style known as Maratha paintings began to develop in the latter half of the 17th century CE. This style consists of colored paintings and they occur as murals and also miniatures used in manuscripts. Murals of Maratha style can be seen in the old Vadas at places like Vai, Menavari, and Satara in Maharashtra. The Maratha style was influenced by Rajput and European styles of painting. Painting styles help us in understanding various things about the times in which it was developed, such as the lifestyle, attires, that is, clothes, customs, etc., of the people. Well, students, we are going to look at the first type of art, that is, the Indian traditions of visual arts, also known as Drik Kala. The subtypes that come under visual arts are the art of painting and sculpture. Now we are going to look at the first subtype of visual arts, that is the art of painting. Paintings are two-dimensional. For example, sketches or paintings of nature, objects, and individuals. They are done on various surfaces such as rocks, walls, papers, canvas of different types, and earthen pots. The mural of Bodhisattva at Ajanta caves is one of the finest examples of the art of painting. There are different styles of paintings. The first style we are going to look at is the folk styles of paintings. Rock paintings dating to Stone Ages have been discovered in many countries. The tradition of folk style paintings closely resembles the style of rock paintings. In India, there are rock painting sites in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. The rock paintings in the caves at Bhimbetka are famous. Well, Bhimbetka is a World Heritage Site as well. Rock paintings usually depict human, animal, and geometric figures. However, The style of rock paintings seems to be changing according to the cultural changes from Stone Ages to the beginning of agriculture. The change is visible in the depiction of flora and fauna, or it may be evident in the style of portraying various figures and also in the colors that were used. Black, red, and white colors were used in the rock paintings, which were made from natural substances. With the help of rock paintings, we can understand the knowledge of ancient people about their natural surroundings and also the way they exploited available natural resources. Customs such as decorating the house walls and courtyards, that is, Rangavali, by drawing pictures, figures, symbols, or using panels of paintings to narrate stories, help to develop regional styles of folk paintings. Students, you must have come across Varvi painting. You must have even tried Varvi painting in schools or at home, or must have seen them while traveling to your native places. Let us know more about Varvi painting. The traditions of Varvi paintings and Pingul or Chitrakati in Maharashtra are among the finest examples of folk style of paintings. Javya Somya Mashe, the artist in Thane district, has played a great role in making the Varvi style of paintings very popular. He has been honored with a number of national and international awards for his painting. In the year 2011, he was also awarded with the Padma Shri. Let's look at the folk style of painting in Maharashtra that was known as Chitrakati. The tradition of Chitrakati is mentioned in Manasodas, a book written by the Chalukya king Someshwara in the 12th century Common Era. It confirms the antiquity of this tradition, the tradition of narrating stories from Ramayana or Mahabharata with the help of wooden puppets and paintings is known as Chitrakati or Pinguli tradition. The Chitrakati pictures are drawn on a paper and painted in colors made from natural substances. It takes 30 to 50 pictures to complete the narration of a single story. These pictures are preserved very carefully and handed down from one generation to another. The artist and the government are trying to preserve the tradition. The next style of painting we are going to look at is the classical styles of painting. The ancient Indian texts have explained various aspects of arts in great details. There are altogether 64 arts mentioned in these texts. The art of painting is mentioned as alekyam or Alekhya Vidya. In these texts, it is said to have six main aspects known as Shadange. The ancient Indian scholars studied these six aspects very minutely. They include Roop Bheda, that is, different shapes and forms, Pramana, proportionate depiction of various features of an image, Bhava, known as expressions, Lavanya Yojana, aesthetics, Sadrishyata, a resemblance to reality, Varnika Bhang, the color composition. A gamma text of various religious sects, Puranas, and Vastu Shastra texts explain the arts of painting and sculpting in the context of temple architecture. Miniature paintings in manuscript is another subtype in the art of paintings. The miniature paintings in the early manuscripts show an influence of Persian style. The Deccan miniature style was developed under the patronage of the Deccan Sultanates. During the reign of Akbar, the Mughal emperor, the Mughal miniature style was showing a blend of Indian and Persian styles was developed. The other type of painting that comes under art of paintings is known as the Western style of paintings. In the British period, Indian artists came under the influence of the European style of painting. An art school was established under the leadership of James Wales, a Scottish artist in the times of Savai Madhavrao Peshwa in the Shaniwar Wada in Pune. He had done a portrait of Savai Madhavrao and Nana Fadnavis. Gangaram Tambat, a Marathi artist who worked with Wales, deserves a special mention here. He had made drawings of the rock cut caves at Verul and Karve. Some of his drawings are preserved in the Yale Center of British Art of Yale University. Exact portrayal of the object of the painting is characteristics of the European style. A number of renowned artists were trained in the J.J. School of Art and Industry, which was established in 1857 Common Era, offering courses in European style of painting. Pestonji Bomanji, an alumni of the school, made replicas of Ajanta paintings. Well, students, let's have a quick recap of all the things we learned today. We looked at the meaning of art, the different types of art, that is the visual art and performing arts. We looked at the first type, visual arts, under which we looked at folk styles of painting, which included Chitrakati. Then we also looked at the classical styles of painting, miniature paintings in manuscript, Western style of paintings. We learned that art underwent many changes over a period of time. Since the Mughal time to the British influence in India, art and its colors, its textures. Let's revise some questions and answers. Short notes, for example, on art. You can answer it very well. We know art is a natural human instinct to want to share his or her experience, wisdom, and also emotions. When that instinct itself turns into a beautiful creation, it is known as art. The next question is the Maratha style of painting. We learnt that the Maratha style of painting developed in the 17th century Common Era. We also learned that the style consists of colored paintings and they occur as murals, that is, wall paintings, and also miniatures used in manuscript. You can find these Maratha styles of painting in places like Vai, Menavari, and Satara in Maharashtra. The last short note is Chitrakati. We know that the tradition of Chitrakati is mentioned in the Manasodas, a book written by the Chalukyan king around in the 12th century Common Era. The tradition of narrating stories from Ramayana or Mahabharata with the help of wooden puppets and paintings is known as Chitrakati or Pinguri tradition. These Chitrakati pictures are drawn on a paper and painted in colors made from natural substances. It takes around 30 to 50 pictures to complete the narration of a single story. Thank you, students. Hope you enjoyed this video.